Big hello to everyone. I'm here with Tania Jakobs, and we're having a dinner here on Saturday, the 9th of October at 7 p.m. It's going to be so much fun. We're going to have live Armenian music. Anyway, I'd like to tell you a little bit about Tania, who is the founder, owner, and manager of Jakobs. And obviously, as a woman, I'm really happy to be able to let Tania share her success story of how she started her business here. So tell us about that.
Sure. My story is a bit of a love story, to be honest. It started off by my father not being so well, and the doctors had said that he was not going to make it. And so during the time he was in hospital, I kept saying, look, I wanted to inspire him. I said, look, I'm going to do a project. I'm going to call it Jakobs, because they were calling him Jakobs in the hospital at the time. And I said, I'm going to call it Jakobs. And my father's history is he was in the hospitality business back home in Iran. He was very successful. He had many operations dealing with the royal family, and he had a good name for himself back home. So I wanted to follow his legacy and keep his mind occupied with something, because he was someone that needed to work. Mm-hmm. And so thanks God he made it. He came out of the hospital. We had 7 years together, and as promised, I did open Jakobs for him in his honor, called it Jakobs Cafe. He wasn't happy at all in the beginning, but then when it was up and running and popular, he was standing there with his mustache, and everybody was saying, oh, why did you call it Jakobs? And he was so proud and happy to be Mr. Jacob.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so that's how it all began, to be honest. It wasn't sort of the area I was working in and I wanted to stay, but it took me here. And I love what I do. I've been doing this for 25 years now.
Wow, wow.
Yeah, so what more would you like me to tell
No,
you?
that's wonderful. Thanks so much.
We're
having lovely mint tea that Tania made. Really lovely. So
Thank you. Well, the mints are actually from our allotment.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we have an allotment for many, many years, and I go there with my children. We picnic there, and we sort of do a bit of gardening, and we grow a lot of fresh mint.
Oh, wow.
Because it's so easy to grow mint, lots and lots of it. So that's why we're having the mint tea. I wanted you to have some.
Thanks. So if you want great mint tea, you know where to come. I was going to ask you, tell us about life in Iran when you lived there.
Well, it was wonderful, actually. My childhood memories of Iran are so deep and so vivid, and they will never leave me. I had a lovely childhood. The Persians are very hospitable, warm people, mm-hmm. and very kind. And my memory of being invited to their homes, eating the delicious foods that they would prepare. And also, of course, in my home also, both my parents are amazing cooks. And we used to have lots of gatherings. Mm-hmm. And so those memories of lots of people around me all the time and food really stayed with me strongly. Also, what I adored about Iran were the simple things, like queuing for the bread. The variety of breads they have there, the sangak, the taftun, the lavash. Of course, my Armenian roots, mm-hmm. The lavash comes from Armenia for me, but in Iran I have my different favorites of bread. And also the grocery, the lovely herbs, the vegetables. So, and the picnics, which I adored. The picnics were something else. We would go on big family picnics where everybody would make the most delicious food, and the childhood memory in beautiful mountainous places with picnicking and eating that food. I mean, it's like heavenly, to be honest.
Oh, wow.
Something that you would never forget. Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
So, and then we left Iran when I was about 11 years old and came and stayed here in the UK.
Oh, you were very young.
Yeah.
Very young.
And I grew up here. I went to a convent in Wimbledon, and I grew up there and met some lovely friends, and life began. Yeah.
Oh wow! I didn't know, but I found out you
Yeah.
come here very low.
Yeah.
So you grew up in London, basically.
Yeah.
Well, before we go, the final thing I wanted to ask you about the food you make here. What kind of food? What would you like to tell us about your food, basically?
Okay, well, the food, I picked different things from my roots. So I've got some Persian dishes here that I've modernized a bit. Like I have the gorme sabzi, the reime, and the Persian rices. And I've converted it to like vegan recipes where I put ample bunches of fresh herbs, kidney beans, dried lemon, and that sort of thickens it, and it doesn't really need to have meat inside. And so the reine the same, with little pieces of aubergine cooked separately and then flavored with a dried
love
lime.
aubergine.
Yeah, me too. I cook a lot with aubergine. I've got like 3-4 different aubergine dishes in Jacobs. And then recently I've made a wood oven with real wood. It's small and cute, and it's always been my ambition to build one, and finally I've done it.
Great.
And
Congratulations.
thank you so much. And we're going to make more aubergine and more Persian dishes and Armenian dishes that I can actually put inside my wood oven.
Oh, that's so nice.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't wait. I'm so
So
excited.
the smell will be sort of really nice and visual as you're eating. There'll be a nice experience for you to have a look at what we're doing with the chef there by the fire. Yeah.
I'm really looking forward to our dinner on Saturday. Hopefully there'll be many more. It's going to be a lot of fun. I love the food here because I've already tasted it.
Thank you.
It's amazing.
Thank you
So
so much.
hope to see you all soon. Take care for now.
Yeah, looking
Bye.
forward to it.